to Storybook Scrapbooking with Brittany Nicole. Here's the sketch for day 9 of the 30 Days of Sketches Series 8, and the prompt for Scraptember is stickers. And so for this layout, I really thought about what stickers I had that I wanted to use, while also thinking about how I am trying to stash bust my Chamel collection. So you saw you can see from the photos, they're photos of going for high tea. Gareth and I were on an anniversary getaway, and I found out when we checked into our hotel that they do high tea every day. And oh, I was in heaven. I absolutely adore high tea. And so I was thinking about how one of Chamel's collections I felt like sort of had like an English garden vibe with teacups. And I always think of English gardens when I think of high tea. I'm not really sure why, but I do. So I thought about this small floral pattern paper, and I put that on both half circles like the sketch calls for. And then I got a darker green accent, and the green is the same green that's on the flowers. And then I went through and looked at my stickers. So one sticker was Let's Dream, and I decided that's going to be the title, and I'll talk a little bit about that later. And then one of the ways that I find helpful when I use stickers is I don't always just put them flat on the page. Sometimes I will use foam adhesive to give them more dimension, especially if I'm using a lot of them. So what I decided to do was to use the green strip of paper sort of as a guide to anchor all of my stickers so that they were just kind of like almost tumbling down the green strip of paper on the top right-hand corner, and on the bottom left-hand corner, they're tumbling down the green strip and the blue strip of paper. And then I add a couple to bring interest to my title. Because there's so many teacups, I decided I wanted to try to find all the teacups and sort of have them kind of stacked together. And then I also wanted to get a lot of the butterflies and put the butterflies on there, kind of like they're either on the flowers or on the teacups themselves. So a little bit about the photos. I absolutely love high tea, love drinking tea, love scones, and I have a celiac disease, so I have to eat gluten-free. And so what was even like more awesome was that the high tea at our hotel could be done all gluten-free, and you didn't feel like you were missing out. And but I also really, really enjoy whiskey. Whiskey and scotch. If you were to ask my husband, he basically says like I'm a 90-year-old man's taste buds when it comes to my drinks. So it happens to us every single time, which is why I wanted to capture my whiskey glass in the photos and talk about them every single time, especially when we're out. I like to kind of try different whiskeys or hear from the bartender what they'd recommend based on what I really like. And without fail, and you know my husband, I love him to death, he'll order like a rosé or a Prosecco or something, or champagne. Every time they bring out the tray of selections of whiskey and they go straight to him. And so this time, the guy went straight to him and he goes, "Sir, can I present?" And my husband was just like, "Yeah, that's for my wife." So you got to ask her. And so I always just chuckle because it happens to us. It happens to us with what we order too. I'm not really like a salad girl. Like, listen, I like a salad, but I'm definitely more like, not as much a salad girl. Where my husband, he kind of likes the salad. And so oftentimes I will get my husband's meals and his drinks, and he will often get my drinks. Definitely with drinks, that happens to us all the time. But anyway, you can see this is a sticker book from one of Chamel's collections, and I just go and try to use up as many stickers as I can. And for me, having them kind of anchored on those strips of paper, give them, I'm not going to say like, it just helps give them dimension. I don't feel like they're as flat on the paper, and so they have more oomph, if that makes sense. My concern or my fear whenever I use a lot of stickers on a layout is sometimes I feel like my layout is too flat, and it reminds me of being back in elementary school. And you'd do sticker stories where you'd like put stickers and like make a picture out of stickers, and then you'd have to write a story about your stickers, what's going on with your stickers. And so I always want to avoid that happening. So I really try to mix it up with the 3D like the dimensional foam to give it a more dimensional look. And then I drew my lines using my T-square ruler to put my journaling down, but I didn't have time to write my journaling. But basically what I shared with you guys is what I want to capture in my journaling. But yeah, and now I'm just adding these little like rose gold diamonds from the stickers, and I decided to use those instead of enamel dots, I think, on the layout, just trying to really stick with that sticker theme. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the links in the description box below. Have a great day. Bye.